Hey, welcome. Today we are going to unlock a secret weapon for communication. Seriously, it's a tool that can make any complex ideas super simple and clear. Let's dive right in. You know that feeling, right? You're trying to build some furniture, maybe learn a new skill online, or just follow a recipe, and the directions are, well, they're just awful. We've all been there. Just staring at a page that seems designed to make things more confusing, not less. So frustrating. But what if I told you there's a way to write, a specific method that actually guarantees clarity, a way to turn all that confusion into a simple, oh, I get it now moment? And here it is. It's called the process analysis essay. Okay, I know, it's a formal name for something that's incredibly practical. It's basically a perfect step-by-step guide. The reason it's so powerful is that it works with our brains. It takes a huge, overwhelming task and just chops it up into these small, easy-to-handle steps. It makes things so much easier to learn. So every good guide has to start with a clear goal. And to show you just how great this method is, we're going to build this explainer using the very structure we're talking about. So you can think of this part right now as our introduction. And here is our goal, our thesis statement, if you will. We're going to show you how to write one of these essays by turning this whole explainer into one. Pretty cool, right? By the end, you won't just know the concept, you'll have actually lived through it. Okay, now let's get into the how-to. We're moving into what you can think of as the body paragraphs of our essay, where we're going to break down the whole thing into a really simple 4-step blueprint. Here's the roadmap. It's just 4 parts. Choose your topic, state the outcome, detail the steps, and describe the result. See? It's a totally logical flow that makes sure you don't miss a thing. First step, you've got to pick your process. Now, the trick here is to choose something you know inside and out, something that has a few steps to it. Your personal knowledge of all the little details, that's the magic ingredient that's going to make your explanation amazing. Second thing you got to do, state the final outcome right up front. This is your thesis, and it usually goes at the end of your intro. It tells your reader exactly what they're going to be able to do or understand when they're done. Sound familiar? It's exactly what we did a couple of minutes ago. Third, and this is really the heart of the whole essay, you have to detail the steps. These are your body paragraphs. You just lay them out in order. If a step is kind of complicated, give it its own paragraph. If you've got a few really simple, quick steps, hey, you can group them together. And while you're detailing those steps, here are your best friends. You need strong details, clear examples, and look at this last one, transition phrases. Words like first, next, and finally, you've probably noticed I've been using them this whole time. They're like little signposts that guide your reader along, making the journey totally smooth. And finally, your conclusion. Now, this isn't just a boring old summary. No way. This is where you get to describe the awesome, successful result. You paint a picture of the finished thing, the skill they've learned. It gives your reader a real sense of accomplishment. All right, enough theory. Now for the fun part. Let's make this real. This is where the blueprint stops being an idea and starts becoming a skill you actually have. So let's think for a second. What's a process you could explain? Think about it. What's something you can do without even thinking? Cooking rice perfectly, pulling off a move in your favorite video game, a specific skill you learned at work. We all have these things we're experts in. This is your chance to take that knowledge and share it with absolute clarity. And just like that, we've followed our own blueprint from start to finish. We've walked through every step, and now we've arrived at our conclusion. See, we've followed the steps one by one, and now the process is complete. There's something so satisfying about that, isn't there? And here it is, the result we promised you at the beginning. Because you followed along, you now have the exact blueprint you need to explain absolutely anything you know well. You can turn something complex into simple, easy-to-follow steps. So the question really isn't for me anymore. It's for you. You've got this amazing tool now. What idea, what skill, what knowledge do you have that you're going to make simple? Go on, give it a shot.